In the phylum Aschelminthes, what are the general characteristics which will define the phylum Aschelminthes? So they are mostly aquatic, free living, or parasitic. Aquatic means what? The living things which are living in the water, those are known as a aquatic. They might be free living or parasitic. Means in some cases they are free living, they don't require any partner for living or parasite, or sometimes it is totally depending upon the other animals for its living. So these are the aquatic, free living, or parasitic. They are bilaterally symmetrical, unsegmented worms. Bilaterally symmetrical means what? If the animal is divided or cut off into two, it gives us exact two equal halves. That is known as a bilaterally symmetrical animals. And unsegmented. So there are no segments. The worms which have no segments, so such are known as a unsegmented, which is present in the Aschelminthes. The body is slender, that is thin, vermiform, worm-like, and usually flattened. Worm or flattened. दोन्ही केसेस मध्ये आपल्याला ते आढळतात. That is, the body may be thin, that is slender, and worm-like or flattened. The rest. Now, here the Aschelminthes, all the species which are included in the Aschelminthes phylum, they are triploblastic and pseudocoelomate with organ system grade of the body organization. What do you mean by triploblastic? Yes? Any students can give answer? माहिती आहे कोणाला ट्रिप्लोब्लास्टिक म्हणजे काय? Yes or no?
No.
When the animal is derived from, now this is condition during the embryonic development. When there are three germ layers, that is the ectoplasm, mesoderm, and the endoderm. So these are the three. When these three are used for the derivation, then it is known as a triploblastic. Ectoderm, outermost, mesoderm, middle one, and endoderm, that is the inner one. So with the three layers, when the new young ones are developed, that is known as a triploblastic. So all the Aschelminthes, they are triploblastic in nature and pseudocoelomate. Now, coelomate means what? Coelom. That is a hollow cavity and having an organ system grade of the body organization. Now, when we are talking about the body wall is a syncytial or cellular epidermis. Now, what is syncytial? This is nothing but a multi-layered epidermis. We know that the skin part, that is uppermost part or the outermost part, that is known as the epidermis, and the inner to that, that is known as the dermis. So this epidermis or syncytial part or the epidermis is multi-layered. Number of layers are present in the body wall of the Aschelminthes, and it is externally covered with a thick cuticle of scleroprotein. And the scleroprotein is a type of what do you say? It is a protein that is insoluble. For example, like in keratin. So the body wall is covered with a thick cuticle. Thick cuticle means what? It is a type of a exoskeleton, outermost covering of the body wall, and it is made of a keratin. For example, keratin. Why? Scleroproteins means what? Scleroprotein. These are the insoluble proteins. So it makes the wall very thick and tough. Now, second one, that is the muscles include mostly longitudinal fibers. Now, as we are talking about all miss the escarpmenthes, these are worm-like. That might be round or it may be flattened, but it is a slender, that is a thin, and it is having a mostly longitudinal fibers. Now, the digestive canal is straight and complete. Digestive canal means it deals with the digestion, and digestion, when it is called as a complete, when all the parts they are right from mouth to anus, it includes the complete digestive system, and it is a straight one. When we are talking about the respiratory and the circulatory systems, these are absent. We know that respiratory system deals with the exchange of gases, that is carbon dioxide and oxygen, whereas circulatory systems deal with the blood circulation throughout the body. But these two systems they are absent in case of the Ascalmenthes. Now, excretory system, it includes a systems of canals, that is a protonephridia, and for osmoregulation. Now, see here what is meant by excretory system. Excretory system means the removal of waste products from the blood, that is known as an excretory system. Now, how the excretory system is present in this Ascalmenthes? It is present in the form of canals, a system of canals that is known as a protonephridia. Now, protonephridia, that is, it is excretory part of this Ascalmenthes. So, nephridia deals with the excretory, the toxins which are present in the body. It is removed by the protonephridia. Here, it is a simple, basic part of the kidney. That is a, it is a type of a nephridia which is occurring in the invertebrates. Now, sometimes in some animals, it are also used for the osmoregulation. Now, what do you mean by osmoregulation? Osmoregulation is nothing but the balance of water and salt, keeping the salt content and the water content in a right proportion in the balancing is known as the osmoregulation. Here, cloaca is present in some. Cloaca is the region where excretory organ, that is end point of the digestive system, and reproductive system is present in that particular vicinity. But the openings are different. That is known as a cloaca. So here, the cloaca is present in some of the forms. Now, when we are talking about the nervous system, it deals with the sensation. All the sensation which is controlled in any manner, it is controlled by the nervous system. Here, the nervous system is very simple and consists of circummentric nerve ring with anterior and posterior longitudinal nerves. Now see here, what are the systems present here? Some circummentric nerve rings are present. It is a worm-like, it is a wormiform. So rings are present on the body. Means a ring-like structure that is of nerve. These are present. And this ring is with anterior and posterior longitudinal nerves. Now the sense organ. As in human beings, the nervous system consists of different types of nerves like motor nerves, sensory nerves, okay, and other nerves also. Here, sense organs are like eyes, nose, tongue, skin, ear. But in case of the Ascalmenthes, sense organs are in the form of pits, papillae, bristles, and eye spots. What are the sense organs? The sense organs are the pits, papillae, bristles, and eye spots. So this gives the information, the senses to the animal. They are mostly dioecious. Dioecious means what? Males and females are separate. The sexes are separate. That is gonads and ducts, single or it may be double. Asexual reproduction doesn't occur in them. Asexual reproduction is what? The reproduction in which no sex gametes are involved. Those are known as the asexual reproduction. But here, as the males and females are dioecious, these are separate, so sexual reproduction occurs. So hence, asexual reproduction is not present in case of the Aschelminthes. Now, the eggs have a chitinous shell, cleavage, determinate, and spiral. Chitinous means what? A tough exoskeleton. Eggs. Likewise, we know that the hen egg, the outer cover is made up of a hard covering. That is it. Likewise, here the eggs of this Aschelminthes shell is a chitinous, hard exoskeleton, tough, cleavage determinate, and spiral. Now here the life cycle is very simple or complicated, usually with no special larval stages. Life cycle, right from the birth to the death. It may be simple or it may be complicated, usually with no special larval stages. Now, if we classify the phylum Aschelminthes, first comes the class Nematoda. Now, what is the Greek meaning of Nematoda? Nema means thread and idios means form, means thread-like or thread forms. So, the phylum consists of different classes. Your more prominent class, that is the Nematoda we are dealing with. So, this class species are aquatic or terrestrial. Aquatic, as I told you, that the animals which are living in the water, or some animals are terrestrial, that is living on the land. Some are free living or some are parasitic, elongated roundworm. Now see here, it is a specific thing here. In when we were talking about the general characteristics of phylum Aschelminthes, I have told you that it might be roundworms or it might be flattened one. Now here we are dealing with the particular class Nematoda in the phylum Aschelminthes. So in this class Nematoda, the animals, these are aquatic or terrestrial, free living or parasitic, and these are elongated roundworm. All roundworms are present, no flattened one. Second thing, that the body is elongated, cylindrical. Cylindrical and roundworm. These are very similar things. These are one and the same. But they are the unsegmented. Segments are not present. No segments are present. So that is the unsegmented. Body wall with thick cuticle. As we have discussed earlier, the body is having a thick exoskeleton, that is a cuticle. Cellular or syncytial. Syncytial means again a multi-layered epidermis and a longitudinal muscles in four bands. So the body wall is thick cuticle, outermost part, having cellular, that is a syncytial, multi-layered epidermis and longitudinal muscles in four bands. No cilia, no circulatory and respiratory system. Cilia are absent here. Circulatory system and respiratory system is not found here in case of this Nematoda. Now, when we are talking about the digestive system, it is a complete with muscular pharynx. Now, In the general characteristic, I have told you that complete digestive system is present. Straight and complete digestive system. Now, so here the digestive system completes in nematodes with muscular pharynx, excretory system of glandular organs or canals or both. Here, the toxins are or the waste products are thrown out of the body with the help of the glandular organs or canals, or it might be both. Here, nervous system is circumventric ring and anterior and posterior nerves. Sense organs are very simple. Male with pineal spicules. Pineal word comes from the penis, that is male copulatory organ, and smaller than females. Males are smaller as compared to the females, and males are having pineal spicules. Spicules, these are the some part which looks like a projected one. Gonads, that might be one or two. Male genital ducts lead into the cloaca. A female genital duct with a separate opening. So this penis, that is a male copulatory organ, while the sexual mating, it inserts the male genital duct into the female genital duct, which is present in the cloaca with a separate opening. I have told you what is cloaca. Cloaca is a region where nearby a opening or an end point of digestive system, while as the opening of genitalia or reproductive system occurs. But the openings are different. Development is usually direct, means no larval stages are found in the developmental stage, so it is the direct one. No asexual reproduction or regeneration. I have explained you about the asexual reproduction. When there is no reproduction, or in a simple language, when the gametes are not involved in the reproduction, that is known as asexual. But we know that here male and females are present, they are dioecious, sexes are separate, and they undergo the mating. So gametes are involved here. So it is a sexual reproduction. So asexual doesn't happen in this case. There is another term, that is a regeneration. Regeneration means what? If some part is injured or detached from the body, then it regains or it reoriginates. For example, if we take a house lizard, if we just catch the tail of a lizard, the lizard runs away, leaving the tail back in our hand. But after some time, some duration of days, the lizard again restarts regeneration of the tail. This is the best example. So such type of regeneration doesn't occur in case of the nematoda class, which is present in the phylum Aschelminthes. Now here examples are given, that is Ascaris lymbrocoids. Ascaris is a genus and Lymbrocoid is a species. So best example is the Ascaris lymbrocoids, and the second is a Wuchereria. That is a Wuchereria bancrofti. These are the two examples in the class Nematoda of the phylum Helminthes, Aschelminthes. Now here, I think my voice is clear, students.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when we take an example of a class Ascaris, example, that is Ascaris lymbrocoids in the class Nematoda of the phylum Aschelminthes. It is a giant intestinal roundworm. Intestinal roundworm, Ascaris lymbrocoids is an endoparasite of the small intestine of human beings. Where it is found? It is found in the small intestine of human beings. There are two types of intestines in human beings, the large intestine and the small intestine. Now, what is meant by endoparasite? Endoparasite means it is living inside the body, that is known as the endoparasite. And if the parasite is living on the body externally, that is known as the ectoparasite. Okay. Now, I think you must be knowing about the parasite. Parasite means what? The animal which lives upon another animal for its livelihood. दुसऱ्यावर अवलंबून जगण्यासाठी अवलंबून असणे त्याला एंडोपॅरासाइट असं पॅरासाइट असं म्हणतात. त्यातल्या त्यात शरीरामध्ये असणारे पॅरासाइटला एंडोपॅरासाइट म्हणतात आणि शरीराच्या बाहेर राहणारे त्याला म्हणतात एक्टोपॅरासाइट. एक एक्टोपॅरासाइटचं एक्झाम्पल देऊ शकता का तुम्ही कोणी? कॅन यू गिव्ह एन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ एक्टोपॅरासाइट? हेड लोज म्हणजे डोकामधली जी ऊ म्हणतो आपण ते डोक्यावर असते बाहेरच्या त्याला म्हणतात हेड लॉस. दॅट इज एक्टोपॅरासाइट. नाउ व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द ॲस्कॅरिस लिम्ब्रोकॉइड्स, this is an endoparasite, and where it lives in the small intestine of the human beings. Now it is more common in children. लहान मुलांमध्ये हे साधारण जास्त आढळतं. There is no secondary host in the life cycle to this parasite. याच्यामध्ये सिंगल फक्त मॅन, ह्युमन बिंग, मोस्टली द चिल्ड्रन्स आर द प्रायमरी होस्ट. सो इट डझंट रिक्वायर एनी सेकंड और सेकंडरी होस्ट इन द लाईफ सायकल. होस्ट म्हणजे काय? जे पॅरासाइट ज्याच्यावर जगतो. आता जर आपण एक्झाम्पल दिलं तर तुम्ही सदर विद्यार्थी आहात, यू आर द स्टुडंट्स अँड युअर लाईव्हलीहूड इज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन युअर पॅरेंट्स. नाउ द होस्ट इज युअर पॅरेंट्स अँड यू आर द पॅरासाइट्स. when you will be earning some money and your family or your parents will be depending upon you, then you will become a host and they will become a parasite. So there is no secondary host in the life cycle of this parasite. Only one and primarily the human beings are the host. Now the mouth of the ascaris is bounded by 3 lips, one dorsal and the 2 ventral lips. You just have a look over the mouth of the Ascaris limbrocoids. If you just go to the Google and you just put Ascaris limbrocoids, diagram will come and you can observe that. So the mouth is bounded by 3 lips, one dorsal and the 2 ventrolateral. The dorsal lip has 2 double papillae. Now here, as we know that there is a one dorsal lip, it has a double papilla, while each ventrolateral lip has a single simple lateral papilla and an amphid. Here the papilla are tactile, respond to the touch. म्हणजे एक समजा small thread like structure, antenna like structure, that is a papilla. So these are the tactile. Tactile means it is a moving, it is a नेहमी movement करत असतो. Why? To respond to the touch. समजा आपल्या घरामध्ये लाईट गेली, इन्व्हर्टर नाही, सगळं अंधार झालेला आहे, मग आपण सर आपल्याला आपण टॉर्च घ्यायला जातो की जस्ट गो फॉर टू टेक अ कॅन्डल. सो व्हॉट हॅपन्स, व्हॉट डू यू जस्ट extend your hand and slowly you just go by just searching by the walls or the furnitures what is there. So you just try to identify the matchstick, candle, or the what is a torch and all these things. Okay, so likewise there is a papilla on this ventrolateral lip, that is a tactile one. Movement, continuous movement is present, and it is responsible for the touch, respond to the touch. So amphids are chemoreceptors, respond to the chemicals. Amphids are the structures which are chemoreceptors. Chemo means chemical, receptors meant to sense, to gain the knowledge. Now respond to chemicals. Whenever in the water body, as we know that it is a water, aquatic or terrestrial, when there is chemical sensation is there, it is reported or responded by the amphids. So these amperes are the chemoreceptors. It responds to the chemicals. And the animal shows sexual dimorphism. Male and female sexes are separate. The phasmids are pair of unicellular glands that open outside on the lateral sides of the tail. The phasmids are pair of unicellular glands. Single peshiche, a single cell glands are present. Two glands are present means a pair of unicellular glands that open outside the lateral sides of the tail. Tailच्या lateral side ला असे दोन gland आहेत. That is a unicellular. Where it opens outside the body on the lateral sides of the tail. Lateral side म्हणजे काय? बाजूची side. Okay. For example, if we consider our human body, पोटाकडचा भाग हा झाला वेंट्रल, पाठीकडचा झाला डॉर्सल आणि आपल्या हाताकडचा साइड झाला हा lateral sides. So likewise, when we just see to the earth pump, when it exposed to the lateral side, so such glands open into the outside with the help of a unicellular glands at the tail region. Here the figure is shown, male and female. Male is small and the female is larger. Now, what causes or what disease is caused by the lumbricoids? We know that Ascaris lumbricoid is present in the small intestine of the human beings, particularly the children. So, due to the presence of this in large number in the intestine, small intestine, it causes a disease that is called as a ascariasis. So, ascariasis means what? The disease which is caused by the Ascaris lumbricoids, that is known as the ascariasis. We have only 8 minutes, and if we will try to complete this topic, I am going to take, I am planning to take the lecture on 5 p.m. So, student, if I send a link, please join it before 5 minutes because it disturbs the class. So, these worms, they causes the disease that is known as the ascariasis. Since a large number of adults, they obstruct the intestinal passage and thereby cause abdominal discomforts like colic pains. When the Ascaris lumbricoid, they multiply in number in the small intestine, they obstruct or they make a difficulty in moving the food particles or the foodstuffs forward in the digestive system. So abdominal, पोटामध्ये आपल्याला डिस्कम्फर्ट होतं, आपल्याला त्याच्यामध्ये त्रास होतो. So colic pains are observed by such patients. The patient may also suffer from the impaired digestion. म्हणजे जास्त जर प्रमाणात इन्फेक्शन झालं तर आपल्याला त्याच्यापासून डायरिया, वॉमिटिंग होतं. डायरिया मीन्स संडास लागणे आणि वॉमिटिंग म्हणजे उलट्या होणे. सो इन एक्स्ट्रीम केसेस that particular patient may suffer from the diarrhea and the vomiting. In children where the Ascarias infection is quite common, mental efficiency is affected and the body growth is also retarded. We know that it is more common in the children. When such infection occurs, and it is a very common in in small children. So here it also makes an instability in the mental efficiency. म्हणजे जास्त प्रमाणामध्ये होतं, पोट दुखतं, डायरिया होतं, वॉमिटिंग होतं आणि याच्यामुळं अनइझीनेस होतं अँड मानसिक तणाव सुद्धा त्याच्यामध्ये चिल्ड्रन्स मध्ये आपल्याला बघायला मिळतो किंवा दे आर नॉट मेंटली efficient and body growth is also retarded. Why body growth is retarded? because it is a endoparasite. It depends upon the ready-made nutrients which the animal or the human beings take. म्हणजे ह्युमन बिंग्स स्वतःच्या न्यूट्रिशनसाठी जेवण करतो, ते नंतर ब्रेकआउट झाल्याच्या नंतर जे न्यूट्रियन्स बॉडीला सप्लाय व्हायला पाहिजे ते एंडोपॅरासाइट ते स्वतःच्या लिव्हिंगसाठी यूज करतात. सो दिस एंडोपॅरासाइट्स दे युटिलाइज द न्यूट्रियंट्स from the digestive tract and they grow. The endoparasite grow, and here the actual host is affected by the malnutrition. So that's why the body growth is also retarded in case of the children's. The disease can be best treated by administrating. It can be treated if we have to consult the doctor, and the doctor will properly diagnose and he will give the medicines accordingly. Now, what are the general medicines which are given in this case of the ascariasis? That is anthelminthic drugs such as oil of chenopodium, alcopar, bendex, dewormis, mebex, pantel, parid, worming, zenter. लहान मुलांमध्ये सस्य औषध दिलेलं जातं. आणि मोठ्यामध्ये अल्बेंडाझोल नावाची गोळी असते जी झेंटर सारखीच असते. तर ते विद्यार्थ्यांना स्टुडंट्सला किंवा कुणालाही लहान मुलांना ज्यांना झालेले असते ते या पद्धतीने ट्रीटमेंट केली जाते, पण डॉक्टरांच्या सल्ल्याशिवाय काही घ्यायचं नाहीये. आय थिंक टाइम इज गोइंग अप. आपल्याला थोडस एक्स्ट्रा लेक्चर्स घेऊन आपल्याला कव्हर करायचं. 1 ते 5 जूनच्या मध्ये आपल्याला प्रॅक्टिकल एक्झाम्स होणार आहेत, तर त्याची सुद्धा आपल्याला तयारी करायची आहे. सो प्लीज be in touch with the WhatsApp group, the messages which I am going to post you on the Google Classroom as well as on the WhatsApp groups. So I am just planning today again one lecture evening at 5 p.m. So please join the lecture in time, before 5 minutes पहिले करा, because what happens then नंतर पुन्हा मग आपल्याला ऍडमिट करावं स्टुडंट्सला. Students, my voice was clear?
Yes, sir.
Screen was visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you find any problem or difficulty, you can just discuss with me, okay?
Yes.
So we will stop here and we will start with the Vaccaria, Bancrofti, that is filaria, at evening 5 o'clock, okay? Please, all of the students are requested to join the lectures, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
If you are having any problem, difficulty, please discuss, don't hesitate. Okay, we will stop here. Thank you so much.